So today, different video than the usual. As you can see, we are not at the gym. We're in the kitchen with a chair. We got the chair in the kitchen. But I wanted to go over a couple of things today. Not really a couple of things, mainly one big thing that is encompassed in a lot of smaller things. Kind of what I eat. Kind of something I've wanted to talk about for a while, just to kind of get out there. Because my biggest thing with getting into bodybuilding, I don't really know. Could you classify me as that? I like to classify myself as that. Somebody who's pursuing bodybuilding. That's the better way to put it. But a big question for me is, you kind of see especially with social media and everything like that, you kind of see the big aspect of everything. And I was like, well, I'm in college. Like, I'm a college student, so how do I put on muscle / lose fat, gain muscle, whatever my goal at the time is? How do I do that being in college? Because obviously I don't have copious amounts of money. So that was my biggest thing. Of course, there are stuff out there. Everybody kind of finds their own routine, their own thing that they like. So I wanted to go over mine. So we'll kind of go through, I guess, like meals at a time, what I'm eating. So to start out, currently I am on a cut. This is week 7 of my cut. So calories are lower than my maintenance calories, and carbs are lower. Protein is I'm still eating the same amount of protein that I am in my bulk. I was doing 170 grams on my bulk. I'm still doing 170 grams on my cut, and I've seen pretty good progress that way. That's what I like to do. Obviously, you can change it for whatever you want. But starting off with breakfast, so for my caloric intake, I'm shooting for around a 800 to 1,000 calorie deficit depending on the day. It's usually somewhere around that 800 deficit mark. That's putting me at around 1.2 pounds a week, which I like. So, starting off, I guess we're starting. I don't know why I stood up. Obviously, the eggs. Whoa. Yep. People are like, got my specific egg that I want to do. I don't care. I just buy eggs. And the egg whites. What I usually like to do is, for breakfast, I usually do like 3 to 4 eggs paired with a couple servings of egg whites. That's going to be depending on how hungry I am, stuff like that. Like if I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm not a huge breakfast person in the morning, especially because I lift early afternoons. So I don't love to lift on like super full. I like something light. So usually I'll do that. Also, what I will also do for breakfast, I just said also twice, I'm losing it, is the Greek yogurt. Ooh. Oh yeah. Again, for me, I go off of the macros and price. So we've got plain, low fat, 110 calories, 18 grams of protein for 170 grams of yogurt, which, this is amazing. Also, if we want to spice things up a little bit, we've got the vanilla one, 140 calories for 16 grams of protein. So a little less protein, a little more calories, but for something like a little treat, if my goals are lining up, if my caloric intake's lining up with that, we might do some of that. So that's usually my breakfast. I'll either do one or the other. I will also do, let me grab it real quick. Right now, I'm using the raw isolate protein. I like raw. They pause. They, I don't know, taste good, good flavors, whatever. That's what I do. Sometimes I'll mix that in with my yogurt. Sometimes I won't. I'm not a big shake guy, especially being on a deficit. Milk gets really tricky because it's high in calories. So I avoid it. Moving on to lunch. So I'll go usually hit my lift, whatever that may be, come back. For lunch, couple different options. The godsend. Chicken. People have different cuts that they go with. I've found for me, I like the chicken tenderloins, 110 calories, 26 grams of protein. Or I guess, oh, yeah. I thought it said 28. 26. This is going to be the majority of my meals, dinner and lunch. For lunch, I might cycle them in with a little bit of a carb, so some rice or a little bit of potatoes. My carb intake is still pretty low, probably around like 120 grams of carbs because of the cut. Another one, I didn't have to get more of this because I already have it, but shredded lechuga. La lechuga. Shredded lettuce. I'll have this with everything because it's like no calories and it's filling, so it makes you feel full. And a little bit of a change up that I saw at the store is a big thing for me is pricing. And being a college kid, the lowest price stuff is good. That's what you want to go with. So I found the deals. Always look for the deals. So they had some fish that was on sale. I like fish, but usually it's expensive. So obviously, you know, they had some fish on sale. So we got some tilapia fillet, some more tilapia fillet. And as a real, you know, as a real treat meal, so because you got to enjoy what you eat at the end of the day. So something that I wanted to do is the salmon. So we got salmon. It's got a little smoked barbecue on it. That's my kind of enjoyment meal, if that makes sense. Moving on. You might be saying, tortillas, that's not cut friendly. These ones are carb balance ones. So they're 110 calories, 10 grams of protein, mostly fiber. They have 32 grams of carbs in them, 28 grams of fiber. The carb balance. Are they maybe a little bit sketchy? Yeah, but it's doing what I need it to. It's fueling me and they're not crazy expensive. So for the time being, it's good. It is what I like it to be. So usually I might have like 1 or 2 of these a day, depending on my caloric intake, what I'm doing, stuff like that. Obviously, the seasoning, we needed some more. So we got, I don't even know what we got. Just the standard chicken seasoning. Season your food. Always season your food. And the beloved Zero Sugar Baja Blast. Look at it in all of its glory. It's not focusing. Focus. Yeah. Look at it. Yes, sir. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. There's the huge diet soda debate. They're like, oh my gosh, you're not going to put that in your body. It's so bad for you. I don't care. Okay? It tastes good. And guess what? If I can find the nutrition facts on it. Okay, they're not on it. But it has 0 calories. So, obviously, it's no calories, whatever. It's not that deep. But, yeah. Oh, one more thing. Boom. Peanut butter. This one specifically has a little bit of cocoa in it, so it's kind of like a little chocolatey. Peanut butter is my treat. So this is something that if I'm like, I need a sweet, I need something, the cut is, it's getting to me, I'll have a spoonful of this. Obviously, if my macros allow. But yeah, and it has protein. It's sweet. It is a little bit higher in calories, but hey, sometimes you gotta treat yourself. It is what it is. And obviously the usual, tons of water. The more you fill up on water, less full you are, or more full you are. You get what I'm saying. And then in terms of supplements, I'm on just a standard creatine supplement. Again, it's not that deep. You don't need the crazy, and the pre-workout. Right now, the pre-workout that I am on is the Bum Essential, the mango, peach mango. This is probably my favorite one. I really like it. It's a low stim. I like to keep my caffeine intake not crazy high if I can help it. So that's a low stim, but it still kind of makes me feel like I want to peel my skin off sometimes, which is good. That's what you want. So let's see, anything else in here? Oh, and I didn't get rice, but because I have a ton of it, but rice. So that's it. That's the haul. I also have some frozen fruit that I'll sometimes mix in with my yogurt, and just like a multivitamin, stuff like that. So that's what I do for the cut. All of that food will generally last me about a week, 7 to 8 days. So some of that will last me a lot longer. Like the rice will last me a lot longer. The sodas, I usually stretch for like 2 weeks. The yogurts will be like a week and a half, stuff like that. So it's less of a big restock when I go to the store and more of just like a little, oh, I need this, or oh, I need this. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So overall, I mean, my biggest expense is definitely food by far. But for me and my goals, that's what I want to do. This is something that I love. I look forward every day to go to the gym. So it's my hobby. It's my one hobby. So I really enjoy it, but that does mean sacrificing in some areas. So like I don't go out to eat. I don't really sit down to eat because it gets really hard to track your food, track your macros. Obviously sweets, sugars, anything like that, I'm not eating. So there are sacrifices in that aspect, but to me, they're not really even sacrifices. It's just stuff that I'm doing. So yeah, but overall for cost-wise, it's pretty maintainable. This is what I've found works best for me and best for my spending, stuff like that. So that being said, oh, we'll do a little physique update. So physique update. Today was, what did we hit today? We hit back today, so. I mean, we're getting there.